Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your Maker 2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Now for this one I want to get more in depth. I started an introduction calling, the one life hack. It's a series actually, and hopefully it's gonna be more than just 2 or 3 videos. Hopefully it's something that's gonna grow and something that's gonna, you know, be out there and hopefully helpful for some of you guys. And I know that there's a lot of young people that watch YouTube, and most of the demographics when we talk about YouTube and stuff like that, it's kids or really adolescent people, really young, and they're still going to school and stuff like that. Maybe they don't know, like right there, that was a mistake. I know somebody was there, and I just let them know exactly where I was, but it's younger kids that are learning, or they have some aspirations to do something, and they might not have the answers to everything. And you guys are experimenting or learning and all of that, and I want to bring you guys something that hopefully will help you guys shape your life and your future and all of that. And not just when it comes to becoming a better gamer and all of that, but also a better person in life, and it's achieving what you want to. So one of the biggest things that I've noticed is that a lot of people, are unhappy, and that to me is ridiculous when you look at, if you live here in America like I do, and we are like super wealthy, or you live on Western society, we're super wealthy compared to the rest of the world, and there are so many of us that are really, really ungrateful and unhappy with what we have, and there's people that will literally kill in other areas of the world to have what we have, the opportunities and all of that. And we take all of this for granted. We think like we deserve it and all of that, and I just think that is complete bogus. It's really unrealistic to have that sort of mentality. I think is really arrogant, and I think we need to change some of our views and all of that on some of these things. And most of it has to do because some of us, like I said before, I don't have any kids, but I have nieces, and compared to how I grew up and stuff like that, they're super spoiled and all of that. So they grow up and they don't look at life the same because they've grown up so much wealthier. And it's ridiculous when you see how ignorant they are, and ignorance is something that is not good. Ignorance will kill you. And it will. So I just want to take a few moments to touch on some of that stuff. So we're so wealthy compared to the rest of the world, and we should really be grateful for everything we have. And but we generally are not. And unhappiness is caused by us not understanding our place in society, or understanding our culture, or our own lives. We don't understand how wealthy we are. We don't understand that there's people dying in Africa. There's so many kids that think that that's history, that's part of the past, and it isn't. There's still people hungry in Africa. There's still people dying. Remember the guy that was on the staircase a while ago? He went all the way around. I knew that shit was gonna happen, and I thought one of my teammates was gonna get him, but no, he apparently died. And I got taken out. But to go back to it, look at that shit. That guy is running with a nade on his head. Kind of looked like he had a tumor or something. Although that's no laughing matter, for the purposes of reality. But this isn't reality. This is a video game. It's fun. It's all fun and games and all of that. So don't be so hard. Don't be so judgmental. But yeah, and I say as I'm trying to bring you guys a commentary that it's based on reality. So once you know where you stand in society and all of that, and how wealthy you are compared to the rest of the world and all of that, you get to appreciate things a lot better. And then you won't be as sad, or you won't be as living the way that you once lived. You won't think that everything's going wrong for you. It's stupid when I take a moment and I see we worried about things that nobody else has to worry. This is a good thing because it tells us that our society is wealthy. Only in a wealthy society can we worry about race and human rights and all of this sort of stuff. You don't see this sort of crap in poor societies, or in lesbians, and the gay people and all of this sort of crap. that isn't what these people are worried about. Most of these people are worried about eating, clothing themselves, and surviving for the next day. So, although that is good, because we get to experience something that these people don't, just the fact that we are able to look at life, that differently, it's cool, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility, I think. And so the first part of the series is, whenever you're feeling ungrateful or unhappy, maybe you are on another country, you're not part of the West, and you do understand a little bit more and of what I'm talking, and if you don't, all you have to do, you guys are already watching YouTube, just research, do a little bit of research, see how other people live, and then, you'll notice that what I'm telling you, it's not a load of crap. And but we take all of this for granted, so don't be unhappy with life, always be satisfied. And part of this one life hack, we all want to accomplish something. There's things that we want to do and accomplish, and that goes back to being happy. It comes back to satisfaction, and that's at the end, what we're all trying to achieve. And it sometimes only happens, for us in this sort of society and environment. But I think ungratefulness shouldn't be something that exists here. If a guy in Africa or in another third world country can live a happy and fulfilling life without having all of the things that we have, I think we all can live a happy and fulfilling life with all the shit that we have. So if you're feeling unhappy, I'm gonna tell you guys some life hacks on this series to hopefully help you guys achieve what you want to achieve. But don't be unhappy, don't be ungrateful for what you have. Even if you don't have your vision already completed, or are trying to figure it out and all of that, do not be unhappy. Don't be mad, don't be none of that. Be happy, be grateful. Just have a positive energy. Having a positive and really optimistic, sort of energy and feel, changes everything. It changes the playing field, it changes life, it changes the way that we view things, and it changes how we work, and it allows us to do so much more than if we stay stuck with this ideology that we need all of this to be happy. You don't. Be happy as you are, and if you achieve success, which is what I'm trying to help you guys do, it's going to bring more satisfaction. But it doesn't mean that you were unhappy before and now you're happy because you achieved it. A lot of people fail and stuff like that, and that shouldn't bring you unhappiness. Every failure gets you closer to success, and that should make you happy, just on its own, and I do believe that to be a fact and all of that. So when I fail, I don't necessarily feel down or feel anything like that. I feel proud to have learned and to have been a part of something, because I'm working on me being better and all of that. So hopefully, this message hits home, and it'll help you guys, change your mentality, because I think that's one of the biggest things. If you're unhappy, you're not gonna do things, at your 100%, at your optimal potential. And I think that's one of the first things to being successful, just being happy, satisfied, and you'll see that the world is going to change, and your visions and all of that are, just the change in attitude is going to make a lot of things more possible. Hopefully you guys like, sub, and all of that for more to come, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.